Nessa Barrett just released her newest single, If You Love Me, and we are obsessed. I'm Kaylana Lari, and this is Celebrity Obsessions, where we're breaking down some of your favorite celebrities. What did you guys think about the song?
It really reminded me of You. The show You, not You.
Wow.
Don't worry. If you guys have seen You, the one with the guy that was in Gossip Girl, of course.
It's like the Stalker show, right?
Yeah, Stalker show. It was when the whole boxing thing, like downstairs, that's what it reminded me of. And I thought it was like a really cool concept how she could kind of, I feel like she had to have known about it because, you know, working in entertainment. So it's kind of like, it seems like she pulled some of that inspiration, said like, this could really work with my song, you know? So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. Like, as soon as I saw the glass box, I was like, oh, Netflix,
okay,
You.
Joe.
Like, I see you.
Yeah, it was a very, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but it is different than her last song that she dropped, and it's different. She's getting all mysterious on us. She's getting a little, like, I don't know, it's a lot more eerie, you know, the blood, the effects, everything, but we're gonna get deep into that information, so
yeah,
let's hop into this.
So Nessa Barrett just released her new single, If You Love Me, and it is everything you need when it comes to a love song, which is an eerie feel, you know, spooky season and everything. It could not have come at more a perfect time, honestly. And so the music video features a dark setting with Nessa videotaping herself, which I think is such a cool concept. And she's singing into a camcorder, so kind of more like a 90s nostalgic feel to it. And her lover is locked in a glass box, and it is a very, very reminiscent of the show You, of course.
Yeah, and also like with like, I don't know, just like the TVs in the music video as well. Like those really old TVs that no one really has anymore. Like with the VHS tape boxes attached to them. It had a bunch of those as well.
It reminded me of MTV.
Yeah.
A lot
it
of
was
like the nostalgic feel, the sets and stuff. And I thought it was really, I think it was pretty well put together, you know, for just starting off so early in her career. And I feel like she had a vision and she really brought it to life in this video.
Yeah, no, most definitely, like, there was a budget because that video, it was so good. Like, just the way the scenes kind of played out, like, throughout the song, I loved it. And again, it was such a good pick and choice for spooky season. Like,
yeah, and the transitions and everything from going back to this, back to singing and everything, I thought it was really well put together.
Yeah, and I saw a bunch of you guys, I was looking on her YouTube, like the music video, and everyone, even on Twitter, and everyone was freaking out about how great the production was.
Yes.
And a lot of people were even talking about the TVs and how the whole effects of it, everyone was like loving that, and I thought that was really cool, and how, you know, like you said, she is really young in her career, and so it's really exciting that this is just the start, just the beginning. You know, where is she gonna go from here? And this song I really, really like. It's a lot more of like that bad girl vibe in a way, more so than her previous song. So, but it also gives me kind of like Melanie Martinez kind of eerie vibes, as well as I've always seen her somewhat similar to Madison Beer. Obviously, just they're not the same person, but I do see some influences and inspiration here and there. And then, you know, it's just one of those things. I love the vibe. This song and the whole aesthetic behind it couldn't have come in a better time in October, and so it's getting me a little like, I want to get my pumpkin spice latte going.
Let's carve some pumpkin.
Yeah.
Let's put on the scary movies, everything, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what would be such a great idea? If COVID wasn't happening, like Nessa could feature like a haunted house, like a spooky, you know, house thing, and like fans come and like just like see her like doing scenes from the music video.
Honestly, you might be onto something.
My mind. Nessa, call me, hit me up, girl. I got you.
Yeah, damn. But yeah, okay, so then I was just reading here. It says, when she says, I never meant to be the enemy, but look at us now, chills so creepy. And she also says, like, don't love me out of fear. And I mean, that's pretty interesting. And I see a lot of the fans, you're like, they were wondering who's the guy laying on the ground? What is the song about? And you know, I personally don't know, but there obviously is a meaning behind it.
Right. Yeah, everyone's like trying to decode it, and honestly, like I was trying to understand myself too. I'm kind of like, is she saying don't love me, or like if like you love me, like leave me alone, like stay away, I'll like kill you.
I think
I don't know.
I think what she might be saying though is like she puts herself in positions where like she loves someone so much, but she knows that she might not be good for them.
Oh,
which is why that whole thing in the music video played out, and like she's still like cuddling the body, you know?
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept, and I feel like just in life too, I feel like a lot of people are afraid of that, like kind of like, oh, I'm not good for you, or like they kind of just feel, it's kind of when you feel like you're from two different worlds from someone. Like, have you guys ever felt like with a guy or something, kind of like, oh my god, we're so different, or like they tell you you're so different,
and then they're just like, no, but I love you, like I love everything about you, and it's like, okay, but like, do you? Like,
do you though?
Do you actually?
Is this the best? Like, is this gonna turn us into a wrong direction?
Honestly.
But yeah, I totally agree with that, and that's really interesting. And I mean, I've seen a lot of people talking also in the comments about her past and the things that have happened and the mistakes and whatnot. And you know, I'm not judging her for that, because everyone is imperfect. Exactly.
And they're so young too, so it's like,
yeah, and I'm not condoning the actions that has happened, but it is more important to just look forward for the future, and just especially just looking at the project that she just released. Like, I'm really proud of her, and yeah, I don't know, I think it's really interesting how I think that obviously has to do with what had happened. I feel like the song is very much influenced around that. But yeah, and so fans are going wild for Nessa as she's furthering her music career. And this is the first song and music video she's released since her, debut single, Pain. And with only 2 songs like really under her belt, I genuinely believe like she has been killing the game. And I mean, we were talking about this, how there is such a stark difference between Pain and If You Love Me, and the vibes are just like polar opposites. Yeah, exactly, polar opposites. Yeah. But they obviously do still have to do with love and things like that. But you were saying Pain is just more of a heartbreak song.
Like I think what's so cool about her, especially as such a young person and just a young artist in general, is the fact that she's able to like do something like really sad, like really like, oh my god, like get you in your feels, like I'm gonna cry to this in the shower, and then something else that's like, oh, like I'm a bad bleep, like I love you but I don't love you, like just such like what, like eerie, like so eerie and like creepy, like, and it's so cool to see her do 2 different sides of the spectrum so early in her career, because I feel like when you're that young, you feel like you have to kind of box yourself in and like, no, like I have to do bubblegum pop, or like, no, I have to do country, like whatever, like you feel like you have to box yourself in as an artist. But she's basically saying, like, this is my art, this is my craft, like I can express myself or do whatever I want with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was really cool how she went from Pain to If You Love Me, and I feel like it could kind of show growth, like it kind of shows the process,
like not even like
it wasn't like an album.
It was like okay, like oh my god, I'm in pain, and now it's like If You Love Me,
like it kind of just shows like the process of heartbreak, and then like realizing things about yourself, and putting it and painting it in a different light, and really using her music like as her canvas and doing what she loves with it. And I think that's really cool.
I will also say her acting in the music video was really good too. I really like enjoyed her just like kind of like walking like just being a little creepy, because when I look at her, she doesn't creep me out, like she's so cute.
Yeah.
Like I want to be friends with her, like she's someone I want to grab a coffee with, like that's my friend. In this music video, I don't want to be your friend, girl. Like that was scary.
You're like horrified.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what is going on? What did I just like step into? But it's also really cool.
But yeah, like it was so good.
Yeah, and then she could just, so honestly, like if she wanted to act, we'll be very ready to see that, and we'll be here to like talk about that.
Yeah, and I think like aside from, I mean, I'm honestly pleasantly surprised, but I know a bunch of you guys are just like so hyped about it. Like I have read it, I have seen y'all's comments, and I mean, I'm really, really proud of her, because it is hard, especially when you are, a TikToker, or you are doing social media, like influencing. It is hard to kind of take a different route in, music career or whatever it is. And she is doing such a great job. It is not just like some, like putting out music to put out music. Like she's genuinely doing an absolute amazing job. And there's so much layers and depth to the meaning of her music. And someone like me, like she's younger than me, but I definitely can still relate, and I will listen to it, like honestly, like up front. I love it, and I think a bunch of you guys feel the exact same way.
No, I completely 100% agree. Like, I listen to it. I'm not gonna lie. I listen to it. It's good. I can't make the music not bop. It's good.
So when Nessa goes on tour, when COVID is over, you will catch us barricade.
Barricade.
Like, with all the 13-year-olds, honestly, like, let's
barricade.
Yep.
That's actually the perfect segue. It's clear she's distancing herself a bit from being known as Nessa Barrett, the TikToker, and more so Nessa Barrett as the singer, which I love because, again, it is really hard for people who, you know, blow up on social media to kind of just distance themselves from, you know, being known as that. Like, with Shawn Mendes, like, I completely forgot Shawn Mendes was in MadCon. Like,
Vine who? What?
I completely forgot that happened, but he did, like, such a great job at, like, rebranding himself as a whole into Shawn Mendes, the singer, and I can most definitely see that with Nessa.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it does take a lot of work, but you can't deny the talent that's there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's easier for certain people because if, you know, you could be, like what is the expression, like the trick of all trades or whatever, when you have multiple when you have multiple, just stop it. When you have multiple talents, but she, in my opinion, I would love to see her produce more music. Like that's what I would gravitate towards more. Like that's what I would love seeing her do. Yeah. You know?
And yeah, exactly like Vine. When Vine went away, it was kind of like if you were big on Vine, like no one knows now, especially like with TikTok. It's kind of like we don't know how long anything can happen with this app. And I feel like it's now time to start really digging into what they really want to do. And so I think that's really cool that she's doing that.
That is true.
It's time to get down to business, guys. Like, we need to be in our bags more.
That's true because, like, you know, these social media apps, like, won't last forever, you know?
So it's kind of like at the end of the day, like, what do you want to be known for? Everything. So, yeah, I'm very excited for that. Ready to be barricade. Let's go for she's I don't know, like she's just like a phenomenal singer, phenomenal girl. Like she just seems very sweet. I personally can't wait to see like what else she has up her sleeve. I know, I'm very excited for COVID to end to see like, because COVID had such a big impact on these stars blowing up, in my opinion. Because before, like, do you guys remember TikTok being like mainstream? Yeah. It really wasn't. So it's kind of like it was on the rise, but once quarantine hit, like they blew up.
You know what? TikTok was more so seen as like cringy. Like it was like for us, like our generation, people
or old ladies, okay?
Like people would people our age would just think, oh my god, like TikTok, like it's like 13-year-olds just dancing, like it's weird, like it's a weird app. And then quarantine started, and now suddenly everyone has a TikTok. Like suddenly now everyone wants to be the next Addison Rae.
And even Addison Rae herself, she said when she started TikTok, she was a senior in high school, and then she saw that the freshmen were on it, and she's like, oh no, like I could never, couldn't be me. And then she was in other people's TikToks, and he's like, no. And then she thought, maybe I just should make my own. And then lo and behold.
Yeah.
Yep. Born.
So you know what? It's crazy to see how within the past year, like people like Nessa, people like Dixie, Charlie, Addison blew up last year, 2019. So I'm kind of interested to see who's gonna like blow up during this quarantine. So like 2021, like who like blew up because of quarantine, you know? I think that would be very interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're gonna see the aftermath and then the way they go with their careers. Like what is gonna be next for these people?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, the money, I mean like the money moves that they're gonna make. That's really gonna be I can't even think of these expressions. The telling signs of just
the telling signs of where they're gonna go. Yeah,
I'm so bad with these like analogies today. Oh my gosh, sorry. But yeah, and I think I really do agree that TikTok, the people, it's given so much more opportunities because there's so much time on your hands. And I, for one, like I got my mom makes TikToks and it's a little cringy, but I'm so for it. Yeah, I know I do support it, but it is really interesting, and I'm really excited, you know, after everything blows off in regards to everything that's been going on with, I don't want to keep talking about it, but, you know, COVID. It's just, you know, I'm excited to see how much more she's gonna pop off.
And how everyone's gonna pop off,
Yeah.
Right.
I'm so So excited.
Nessa Barrett's about to take the world by storm, and we can't wait to see what else she has up her sleeve. We're so excited, and we're sitting here rooting for her. I'm Kaylana Lari, and keep it right here at Hollywire for more of your celebrity obsessions.